How music rewires your brain. When you press play on your favorite song, something extraordinary happens in your brain. Within milliseconds, millions of neurons fire in synchronized patterns, creating cascades of electrical activity that light up nearly every region of your brain. No other stimulus, not language, not mathematics, not even visual art, activates your brain as comprehensively as music does. Music isn't just something we enjoy, it's a fundamental force that shapes how we think, feel, remember, and connect. And the science behind it is more fascinating than you ever imagined. The human brain has evolved over millions of years, but our relationship with music may be one of the oldest cognitive abilities we possess. When early humans gathered around fires, rhythmic chanting and drumming weren't just entertainment, they were survival tools. Music synchronized group activities, strengthened social bonds, and helped pass down crucial information through generations before written language existed. Today, that ancient circuitry remains embedded in the deepest structures of our brain. The brainstem, our most primitive layer, responds automatically to rhythm and tempo. Your heart rate can synchronize with a beat, your breathing can slow to match a melody. These aren't conscious choices, they're hardwired reflexes that connect you to the fundamental pulse of music. Moving up through the brain's architecture, we encounter the limbic system, the emotional core of human experience. Here, the amygdala processes emotional content, triggering feelings of joy, sadness, fear, or excitement. The hippocampus tags these emotions with memories, which is why a single song can transport you back to a specific moment in your past with vivid, almost painful clarity. The nucleus accumbens floods your system with dopamine, the same neurotransmitter released during eating, sex, or drug use. This is why music can feel addictive, because neurologically it is. Your brain literally craves the pleasure that certain songs provide. But perhaps the most remarkable discovery in music neuroscience involves neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself. When you learn to play an instrument, you're not just memorizing notes, you're fundamentally restructuring your brain. MRI studies of musicians show dramatically enlarged regions in several areas. The motor cortex, which controls finger movements, grows denser with practice. The corpus callosum, the bridge between brain hemispheres, thickens, improving communication between logical and creative thinking. The auditory cortex becomes more sensitive, able to detect subtler differences in pitch and tone. Professional musicians don't just have different skills, they have structurally different brains. This rewiring isn't limited to musicians. Simply listening to music actively engages multiple cognitive processes simultaneously. The temporal lobe decodes pitch and melody, the frontal lobe predicts what comes next, creating expectations and surprise. The parietal lobe processes spatial relationships in sound. The cerebellum coordinates timing and rhythm. All of this happens in real time, creating what neuroscientists call a full brain workout. It's like running a marathon while solving puzzles while experiencing intense emotions, all at once. The therapeutic applications of this neural activation are profound and still being discovered. Music therapy has shown remarkable results in treating stroke patients. When speech centers are damaged, singing can access alternative neural pathways, helping patients relearn language. For Parkinson's patients, rhythmic music can temporarily override the motor control problems that make walking difficult. The external beat provides a scaffold that the damaged motor system can follow. In Alzheimer's patients, music memory often remains intact long after other memories have faded. A person who can't remember their own children might sing every word of a song from their youth. Music accesses deeper, more resilient memory networks than verbal recall. For mental health, music serves as a powerful emotional regulator. Anxious patients can lower cortisol levels, the stress hormone, by listening to calming music. Depressed patients can boost serotonin production with uplifting melodies. The beauty is that music therapy works even when traditional talk therapy doesn't, because music bypasses the verbal centers and speaks directly to emotional processing regions. But music's most overlooked benefit might be its role in social connection. When people make music together, whether singing in a choir, playing in a band, or even just synchronizing movement at a concert, their brains release oxytocin, the bonding hormone. This neurochemical cocktail creates feelings of trust and unity, which explains why every human culture, without exception, has developed musical traditions. Music doesn't just make you feel less alone. It literally synchronizes your brain with the brains of those around you. Recent research using electroencephalography, measuring brain waves, has shown that when musicians play together, their brain waves literally align. The neural oscillations synchronize across individuals, creating a kind of group mind. This might explain the transcendent feeling musicians describe when they're in the zone. or when an audience feels collectively moved by a performance. We're not imagining that connection. It's measurable, physical, real. The practical implications extend far beyond concert halls. Children who receive music education show improved performance in mathematics, enhanced verbal memory, better attention spans, and stronger emotional regulation. These aren't just correlations. The cognitive skills developed through music training transfer to other domains of learning. When you practice an instrument, you're training pattern recognition, fine motor control, emotional expression, and delayed gratification simultaneously. It's arguably the most comprehensive cognitive training available. Even the way we perceive time is fundamentally shaped by music. Neuroscientists have discovered that the brain doesn't experience time as a steady, linear progression. Instead, we construct our sense of time based on patterns and predictions. Music exploits this beautifully. A skilled composer can make time feel like it's stretching, compressing, suspended, or rushing forward, all by manipulating rhythm, harmony, and expectation. When you're absorbed in a piece of music, you're experiencing time itself differently on a neurological level. Perhaps most remarkably, music can trigger what researchers call the aesthetic chills, that spine-tingling sensation you feel during particularly moving passages. Brain imaging shows that these moments activate the same reward circuits as food, drugs, and sex. But they also activate the anterior cingulate cortex, a region associated with resolving uncertainty and experiencing profound meaning. Those chills aren't just pleasure, they're your brain signaling that something deeply significant is happening, that a pattern has been broken or fulfilled in an unexpected and meaningful way. The future of music neuroscience holds even more exciting possibilities. Researchers are developing algorithms that can generate personalized music based on real-time brain activity, creating soundscapes optimized for focus, relaxation, or creativity. Others are exploring how music might enhance learning and memory consolidation during sleep. Still others are investigating whether specific musical patterns could help prevent cognitive decline or even reverse some symptoms of dementia. What's clear is that music isn't peripheral to human experience. It's central to who we are. Every time you listen to a song, you're engaging millions of years of evolution, activating sophisticated neural networks, releasing powerful neurochemicals, and literally reshaping your brain's structure. Music is medicine, memory, mathematics, and magic, all woven together. It's the closest thing we have to a universal human language, one that speaks directly to the ancient, emotional, social core of what makes us human. Understanding how music affects your brain isn't just academic curiosity. It's practical knowledge that can improve your life. Whether you're looking to reduce stress, enhance focus, strengthen memory, or simply experience deeper emotional connection, music is one of the most powerful tools available. Want to explore the science of music and the brain further? Visit neuroscitunes.com, where cutting-edge neuroscience meets musical discovery. Explore curated playlists designed for specific cognitive states, learn about the latest research in music and brain health, and discover how to harness the neurological power of music in your daily life. neuroscitunes.com, because your brain deserves a better soundtrack.